Today on Game News USA, we're going to talk about Adam Sessler. Some of you may know him as some old man who decided to make a bunch of tweets telling Republicans to drink, piss, and die. Others may remember him for starting a new revolution in the game journalist industry and on television and multimedia. Today, we look at the good, the bad, the ugly of Adam Sessler, one of the most important names in gaming history, especially on the media side. So without further ado, thank you for being here. This is Game News USA. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Adam Sessler was born in El Cerrito, California, and graduated from El Cerrito High School in 1991. He was born in August 29th, 1973. He's currently 50 years old. He graduated from UCLA with a bachelor's degree in English literature. He was previously a credit analyst for ABN AMRO in San Francisco and an actor on the San Francisco public access television show Chipway, Margaret Down, which he also helped to make. Sessler admitted that he was grateful to no longer work for a Fortune 500 company, saying in the X-Plays Insider's Guide to Gaming that he was very sad about the job. Sessler currently lives in San Francisco, California, one of the most expensive places in the country and the most liberal places in the country, with his wife, Amber. I wonder who would marry him. He seems like a very unpleasant man. Some of Sessler's favorite video game series are Halo, for its first-person shooter qualities. I gotta give it up. Halo is very good. The Japanese version of Res for its trans vibrator peripheral. I don't know about that. The Banjo-Kazooie, Rayman, Ratchet & Clank, and Sly Cooper series for its unique platform qualities. I like a platformer just as much as the next guy. I fancy myself more of a Mario, Sega, Kirby, or Sega, Sonic, Kirby kind of guy. In 2010, Sessler stated his top 5 games of the decade were, in the order of release, Deus Ex, Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, Shadow of Colossus, Fable 2, and Uncharted 2. Those are all fine games. Those wouldn't be my games of the decade. He also stated that Uncharted 2 was his favorite single-player experience of all time. Again, it was fine. In his review of BioShock Infinite, he stated that it was in rarefied company with the likes of Half-Life 2 and Uncharted 2. Intimating into his new personal favorite. Likewise, he has recently expressed affinity towards titles such as Gone Home and The Last of Us, calling it one of the finest games he's ever played. So this guy sounds like a freaking PlayStation mark, period. A little bit here. So let's get right into his career. Sessler was the last remaining personality from the ZDTV network. If you guys know what that is, you're old like me. Surviving the network's progression from ZDTV from 1998 to 2000 to Tech TV 2000 to 2004, and subsequent transition to G4. Sessler was one of 7 Tech TV personalities, along with Morgan Webb, Sarah Lane, Kevin Rose, Chinlan Liu, Blair Butler, and Brendan Morgan, to survive the massive layoffs resulting from the May 2004 merger of G4 and Tech TV. That's what led to G4 TV. Eventually, it turned into a place where they just ran cop reruns. But G4, when it came along on cable a long time ago, this is sort of predates YouTube and whatnot. It was a way to watch gaming content in a way that hadn't been available previously. Stuff like reviews and funny shows. And Adam Sessler was the head of all of that. He was the head personality, I should say. In early 2005, Sessler started prematurely balding. Yeah, definitely. On April 25th, 2012, Sessler's employment contract was terminated by G4 TV. No reason was given for the termination. As of October 2012, he is listed as a judge on Sci-Fi's reality competition Viral Video Showdown. On November 12th, 2012, Sessler announced that he was joining Rev 3 Gaming. He remained with the network and editor-in-chief and executive producer of games content at Rev 3 Games until April 2014, when he announced his departure to explore new opportunities within gaming to help further the medium. I don't know if he ever actually did that. You're going to come to find out that a lot of the YouTube channels Sessler's involved in failed, including one of the bigger ones that I'm about to talk about here in a minute. On June 9th, 2014, Sessler appeared as a panelist in Spike TV's coverage of E3 2014. E3, God rest your soul. Too bad you're gone. I loved E3. Maybe we'll do a retrospective on that someday. On June 19th, 2015, he was featured as a pre-show and post-show host of Bethesda Game Studios' E3 event alongside his past co-worker Morgan Webb. Kind of smart for them to do. Popularity-wise, they were still widely popular around 2015. I mean, nostalgic at that point. In 2016, Sessler co-founded SpikeTrap, an AI-based social media intelligence platform, with Kieran Fitzpatrick, who serves as the CEO. SpikeTrap's first customers have been video game publishers such as Ubisoft, Bethesda, and 2K. But Sessler left the company in March of 2020. Gee, I wonder if anything was going on in the world around March of 2020. You tell me in the comments below. On February 12th, 2021, G4 announced that Sessler would return to host X-Play on the relaunched television network, though the network ceased operations October 16th, 2022. And I want to get into that. So they decided to bring the old G4 back, and you know what? I was a subscriber. I was excited. I was looking forward to it. The problem was they've been passed over by so many other YouTubers. It was an outdated, antiquated way of doing things. They were paying their employees way too much to be able to fiscally operate. That was dead on arrival. And Sessler should have known that. But what really jump-started it dying, you guys might remember somebody named Frosk, who went on a rant called Sexism in Gaming. And when she did this rant, the completionist looked terrified. He was there. He looked terrified because he didn't know where this was going. Adam Sessler started clapping like a seal, but then later he kind of blamed Frosk for why the company failed. And at the end of the day, Sessler just continuously lashed out at people and bashed people on Twitter, told Republicans to die and drink piss, hated his own family members that were Republicans. And I'd hate to break it to Mr. Sessler, but there's a lot of Republicans who game too. Political ideology has nothing to do whether or not you game, people. And once these individuals realize that more, the better they'll be. The happier they'll be in life if they can get along with people who disagree with them. That may be very hard for him to do, but Adam Sessler is going to be remembered depending how old you are, I think. I think if you are older like me, you remember the good times with Adam. You remember his time at G4, the original. You remember X-Play and all that. and you remember and have fond memories of the jokes they would tell that would get them canceled nowadays. However, if you grew up in this era, you might remember Adam Sessler as the cranky old man who was probably past his prime. And that is sadly what happens to a lot of these entertainment personalities. It's just crazy to see that he went as insane as he did. And so Adam Sessler's legacy cannot be forgotten or wiped over, but the man himself is a pretty vile human being that is not very well respected. So anyway, guys, that is my retrospective. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. Peace. I'm out.